yeah, we got people. All right, welcome back, everyone, to the VRML Network. I'm your host, Juice. Joining me in this cast today is the one, the only, Palador.
Hey, what's up? One and only, I don't know. There are a lot of me. Some of them are copycats, some of them are Russian door companies, but I am the one and only Palador in this game, at the very least, I think. Hi! Thanks for having me, Juicer.
Yes, sir. This should be a good one. Now, I don't think I've casted either of these teams, but we got Merci versus Blazed. Let's not delay too much longer. Let's head to the arena and see who we got. All right.
This will be the first cast here for Blaze, it looks like. The Merci team did have one cast from Nightfire about a month ago. But yeah, that said, you know, two teams new to the streams, it looks like, here in this first season of OD.
That's what I'm all about. I'm trying to catch everybody at least one time this season. But coming in for Merci, we got Colin, we got Embrat, we got Oz the Fish, and we got Bluesy. Coming in for Blazed, we got Crimson, we got Spyro, and right now we got Benji. They might be waiting on one more. Oh, there's Finna. There's the captain. There's the captain up there. All right, if they're ready, you only got 3 though. It's supposed to be 4v4.
Supposed to be, but you know, sometimes things happen. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been on a Vermal cast, but I'm no stranger to 3v3s or 4v3s, what have you. But hopefully we get that last player in here soon, Juice. Because yeah, these two teams, again, you know, trying to get as many teams streamed as possible. I'd love to see these teams show up when it's their turn to shine. You know, Merci coming in here 4-3 on the season, Blaze at 7-4 in the wins and losses column. Blaze winning 2 of their last 3, so they're on a bit of a streak here. Merci 1 of their last 3.
It looks like the players are getting antsy. I know Chad is looking. They're ready to go. Euphoria, Jack's Life. That ball's in the middle. We're about to start Week 8 action. EU. Blazed versus Merci. Round 1, here we go. And the ball is going to be launched up into the middle. Picking it up is Spyro. Spyro going to bounce off the wall. Has it on the sidewalk. Oh, he gets mean mugged from behind by Embrat. Embrat, he's going to lob that back. Trying that reset pass. It's going to go all the way back over to Oz. Oz has it bumped off and it goes over to Bluesy. Bluesy coming around that corner. Going dangerous in front of his own goal. But he comes away with some speed. But no, he gets stopped. Now Oz off to the races and he loses it. A little bit trying to get the rhythm here down to start, and they're going to shoot. Oh, big stop there. Benji was denied, and it's going to go over to Embrat.
Yeah, frantic opening here as it goes back to mid. There's Spyro from the skies like a dragon, sending over to Benji, cutting through like Genji. It's Finna trying to finish the play, but could not get that one done as Colin now comes away from it for Mercy's side, going into the mid lane, now scooting by those top halos onto the bridge, perhaps. A left pass to Embrat, and Embrat could not get that as it gets lost now up high. Back to Embrat.
Embrat slaps it back to Colin, but that's going to go wide, and it's going to go over to Crimson. Crimson now coming around that corner. He goes up, and he comes down, and the underhand heaves it. It's going to be stopped, and it's in that neutral zone. Benji's there to gather it up. He's working that in. He's got that cool-looking cape. He fires that across to Finna, but Finna can't come up. Good defense there from Bluesy. Finna now has it. He swats it back to the nest. Here comes Crimson. Crimson gets it swatted up, and it's going to go loose and go back to Benji. Benji trying to turn the corner, trying to get that into the center. He's going to opt to slap it back, and it's going to be intercepted by Embrat, who just fires it back.
Well, 2 minutes in, Jucifer, no score yet. Might be changing there soon, but no. Slap to the side, picked up by Embrat. Embrat being tackled out. That ball goes astray, taken by Spyro. A quick ceiling carve to get a little bit of room, little space. But on the other end, 2 defenders for Merci, able to take that back. It's Bluesy being contested very well by Benji. Back to Spyro now, the opposite way for Blaze, but no, taken back by Embrat. Embrat one-on-one, cannot get it either. Has a nice defensive stand, but still to Bluesy on Mercy's squad. Another try and another failure denied by Crimson, causing the F. And will be an F in the chat there, at least in that goal attempt. We're still scoreless here in 2:30 left on this clock.
Colin now bringing that ball skyward, working it in from the wing, tries a shot, but there is Bluesy able to get that rebound and clean it up. We got 1-0 coming in for Merci.
Oh, Bluesy, what a doozy. Finally juices for those killer rebounded plays. Great defense from Blaze, but now back at them with that rebounded play. And right back at him again, it's Benji. So wasting no time at all. It's no coincidence there, right? You break the ice and suddenly it's much easier to score. It happens all the time. We see a quick rebuttal from Blaze to tie it up.
That's what you got to do. If you get scored on, you got to look to get it in and keep pace, because all of a sudden you can get away. Here comes Colin. He fires that over to Bluesy. Bluesy bringing that down. It's going to be wide. Can't quite find. Finna has it. Gets checked off by Bluesy. Now Finna gets that back, fires it over to Benji. Benji going skyward. Ooh, he gets tackled. And Mercy's going to take over. Here comes Colin from the sky, coming around that halo, bringing it into that offensive zone, coming off the corner, hits that pass across, fires it over. Crimson has it, Oz has it. He fires it across, and can't quite find Colin. Colin trying to back away, but he gets swatted out by Spiral. He's just going to clear it out and take a breath.
Man, now maybe settling into their game as Benji comes away through all the layers of defense, right on money to Finna with a finish. And 1 minute left, a 1-point lead for Blaze.
All right, 2-1, Blaze leading. Here comes Colin, though. He's got that wizard hat. He's coming around that corner, up that sidewalk, bouncing it around, goes up top, and looking for a pass, holding it, now fires it over to Embrat. Embrat gets it off the wall, bounce, comes in, turns and fires. Great save there from Crimson. Oh, it's loose, and Benji able to get that out of the danger zone, and he's going to take to the sky. Ooh, bobbles it for a second. Oh, kind of whiffs it. It's still alive. And now Colin, he's just going to look for that reset back to Oz the Fish.
And vital plays coming up here. Oz the Fish being contested very well by Benji. A takeaway, a steal, in fact, of a Bluesy contesting that right back to Finna. Finna carving and resetting. Nice patience, nice communication there from the teams. The defense pressing hard. Crimson with the ball. Time winding down. 12 seconds left. A big breakaway play about to unfold. It's Bluesy going one-on-one. Oh, getting stopped there right at the last second. And 5 left on the clock. They need a big play here, but Benji, perhaps a vital steal with one and maybe done. Finna just needs to slap that towards the ground, and they'll hear the sound of that buzzer here soon, but maybe you're gonna score one more here, Jucifer.
Looking for one more for the road. It's gonna go high and wide. Now Colin has a chance to tie it up. We're in that hot potato time where until that ball touches the ground, and there it is. Now the round is over. Round 1 goes to Blaze by a score of 2-1.
You know, for those last few seconds there of that overtime of sorts, if you want to call it that, a little bit of nerves surely by Blaze. Once they lost the ball, they're thinking, man, maybe we should have slapped towards the floor there, not tried to go for that last score. But luckily it worked out for them. But, you know, I admire the boldness, you know, setting themselves up for success, trying to keep that rhythm and saying, you know, we'll press our chances. But, you know, high risk type of system there. But it worked out for them. And a nice opener around this best of 5 for Blaze.
In previous 2 VRML in community leagues, a lot of times they had a rule of no spiking the ball.
Gotcha.
So teams were forced to, you know, try to keep the ball alive and try to score. But that ball is back in the middle. Let's see if Merci can turn things around, or if Blaze will continue to rock it and roll it. Here we go. Take it away, Paladin.
All right, taking it away indeed in that mid zone. See Orange Wolf Gamer in the YouTube chat there cheering for the W. But meanwhile, we'll see if that'll be happening here for round 2. Merci trying to come back in it. Bluesy sending it over to French. And oh, nobody there on the defense. And got that one right in the baguette.
Aptly named. French coming in this second round and instantly making an impact. Now Finna finds himself down a goal. He's going to work that in. He's got some good speed here. He's juking in. Oh, it gets swatted out there by Bluesy. And now Bluesy is going to swat that down. Can't quite get it out. Embrat, he's just going to heave it over to the sidewalk area. Finna's in that area. Bluesy comes away, gets by, trying to work it in. Has a step, trying to turn that corner. Bluesy goes up. Bluesy goes coast to coast, puts it in. Good work. Merci up 2-0.
All right, that's what you love to see from Merci. From any team that goes down in the first round, you love to see that strong, sturdy mental game coming right back at unbothered in the next round, starting off with 2 quick points as Crimson handles the ball now, trying to get the Blaze's first score to go.
And it's going to be swatted out by Merci. They're going to look to chase it down, but Benji's in that area. He's going to try the backslap, but it ends up just going up right to Colin. Colin now trying to get that pass off and a little bit whiffed on it. Now Benji working that around the halo. He's going to fire that towards the goal. It's coming in hot, and oh, it's just a little high. Looking to clean it up. Finna cleaning up that rebound. Blazed on the board, cuts that lead to just 1.
Yeah, I love the body language there from Finna, also giving a little cheer, pumping the arms, the fists after the goal. Meanwhile, on the other side, Merci setting up their offense beautifully, in fact, with the defense getting in the way there. Spyro spied that one and sent it right out into the opposite end of the floor. A chase for the ball now. Benji, Bluesy, and Colin, that is, with the ball, sending it up high. And taking a little bit of time now to breathe, make some room for the offense to spread the floor. Defense likewise trying to rebut there, but Mbrat now receiving the ball, and no one home except the defense, so a turnover going Blazed way to Finna. Only for a second, it looks like Bluesy with a swipe.
Bluesy's coming in hot, trying to work that into the goal, and Bluesy, one-man army, putting Merci up 3-1.
And the defense saying, have Merci. And that juncture, you know, a quick steal, and when the defense is off balance like that, you know, even though the numbers weren't in the favor, just the off-balance defense not quite in position, they were still able to take advantage. So lovely job there to pump up the score by a couple of points on advantage as Benji now tries to react. Spyro being tackled, however, and Bluesy slapping that backwards.
It's going to be up for grabs. Bennett trying to keep that alive. He's going to have to turn the corner here. Now he does. He stops, urges, and goes back the other way. Now working it deep into Mercy's zone. He still has a no. He loses it. Now we got Colin going the other way. He's going to slow it down and take it wide. Waiting for his teammates to set it up. He cuts towards the middle. He makes a juke. He turns and fires, and he puts it in. Colin.
Whose play is it anyway? Call him Colin Mockery because he just made a mockery of that defense.
Benji now goes to the sky. He's bringing it in, looking to get a goal, but it's going to be swatted out. Good defense here from Merci. Now Spyro, his turn. He's going to hit that ceiling carve. He's going to coast a little bit, throws it off the back wall, and it's going to be swatted to the corner by Merci. And Colin picks it up. Colin, we just seen him with a crazy little move there. He's going to opt to keep it high this time, going around for a little partial lap of the halo here. Now coming in from the wing, he holds it, he skies, he turns and fires, and he picks the corner. 5-1, Merci leads.
That's not a Colin, that's not a colon, that's just a period. Stamping his name on this round, 5-1. What a strong, strong return for Merci. They are killing it in round 2, Jucifer.
And Spyro coming in from that nest. He's going to pass it over. And Finn is going to shoot. Oh, and he Hippopotam misses. Hopefully he'll Hippopotam make the next one. Bluesy's just going to swat at it. And Benji now. He sends that over to Finna. Finna coming in from the wing, looking to get a goal here. Turns and fires, and again, he might have to shift the stuff in his pockets because he seems to be a little bit too much on that left side. Maybe he could get things adjusted. Colin now working that into the zone. And Crimson gonna get a hand on that. It goes wide. Blues is in the corner, fighting on with it with Benji. Benji comes away with it. We got 7 seconds to go, and boom with the long distance bomb. How far was that? Benji from 54.5 meters. 5-2. We're in that hot potato time. And Brad coming in from that nest. He's gonna hold it. He's gonna fire it, and looking for another shot, but no. There it is. That round goes to Merci by a score of 5-2.
Yeah, what a spectacle of a round that was from Merci. Dropping the first, but then coming back with a vengeance in round 2. An incredible turnaround for them. The saving grace there on the side of Blaze, maybe just that beautiful half court from 50-some meters out, as you noted there in the last seconds, to build a little bit of confidence. But otherwise, they need to use this time to just regroup and find that magic they had in the opening round. See if they can come back in the third.
For sure, for sure. Again, not sure. These stats are completely out to lunch. So don't mind the stats on the board. In fact, let's just go back to the arena Maybe we got some other players. We are in like a scrim server. Nope, looks like we got just regular. Oh, there's Oz staying warm up top, but that ball's back in the middle. Let's get ready to get flashbanged here in round number 3. Boom! All right, now we can see Spyro has that ball, and he's going to circle around and bring that ball up to the Orion onion ring. The hoopty-hoop, he's coming in from the net. Spyro is checked off by Bluesy, and Colin's going to pick that ball up and work it out.
All right, Colin had some highlight-worthy Sports Center type plays in that second round. See if they can do the same here. And the opening shot, though, will be a miss. The defense putting a stop to that. Again, a big telling sign of the third round is just how Blaze does in this opening minute or two. And if they can get this first goal, that would be a great sign for them. Some speed coming in for Poe. Trying to mail one there to Crimson. Crimson losing the handles. Spyro picking it back up. Bluesy sending it out. Colin now picking it up for Merci. Merci back on offense, it would seem, from the mid zone, going towards the end zone. Seeing if we can end this play. That pass attempt cut off beautifully by Crimson. Sniffing that Crimson, that blood in the water on defense. Great plays earlier on the defense in the first round. Had a lot of saves and just playing some sturdy defense there in the midfield and deep field. Seeing if we can do it again, though, as Colin comes back at them and getting lost now in some piles in the mid.
And Colin's putting in some work there, but he's being hounded, probably for a reason. Colin's a heck of a player. It's going to go back into Blaze zone. Spyro has it on the back wall. He has to get rid of it. Finds Benji. Benji now going to pick up some of that boost juice. Now that he's fully hydrated, he's going to send that ball up, but sends it into a pack. We got French with it. French has some speed here. Goes wide. Now try to cut it in. Benji, good defensive stand there. Goes up top to Colin. Colin now working his wizard magic. That ball's going to bounce down. Bluesy has it. Bounces it off the wall. And it's still up for grabs. Now it's going to come down into the neutral zone. Spyro gets the step on it, but it unfortunately hits the halo. It goes right to Benji. Here comes Benji from the sky. Hits that pass across. Spyro can't get rid of it in time. Colin with a big defensive stop there. Poe has it. Poe comes down. Poe is stopped by French. What a save. And it's going to go to the corner.
Quoth the Raven. That was some poetry on the defense there against Poe and Co. As Crimson now. Oh no, says French with a denial, slapping it out of there, but back to Benji over there on the bridge. Spyro comes away with it. Spyro a handoff to Poe. Poe once again trying to end the play, but too tight of an angle on that. The defense collapsing on the ball and sending it way out of there towards the midline where Benji does await. And now Benji dodging past one defender. Benji trying to get past the second. Does not do so, as now it's Mbrat taking that away as well as Colin.
Colin now putting on the moves. He gets some separation here. He's going to hit a small little ceiling carve, go up to the halo. Now he's bringing that ball down. He goes down to the ground. He pops out over to Bluesy. Bluesy has to track it down. Now coming around, hits a good little stall move there. Has that ball, comes in towards the goal, shoots, and what a save there. Crimson coming away with it. He's like, no, let's go. Crimson now off to the races. Oh, gets stopped by the cloud. And Bluesy comes in, and Bluesy just picks his pocket. Bluesy trying to get around, but that defense there collapses, and it's going to pop up and into the center. And coming down with there, going up with it is Spyro. He tries to feed Benji. He finds him. Benji coming in from that halo area, coming in from the sky, shoots, and he slaps it in there. First goal around goes to Blazed.
Wow, well, I said in the opening minute of round 3 that these initial plays, this initial score would be a big sign of what to expect from Blaze. Now, it took a couple extra minutes than I expected, all the way until minute 4 just about, but nonetheless, with 1 minute left, a 1-point lead might be all they need at this pace of round 3. Colin, though, might be trying to change that fate. Colin being assaulted, tackled out. Nice defense once again from Blaze. Back to Bluesy in the middle, right out of the reach. Brad is there as well as Colin and Bluesy. All 3 of those folks now getting in line as that shot just a bit offline. No one in the goal, didn't matter. Bluesy with a important play ahead for Merci as they are down 1 and they have 37 seconds to make some magic happen. There's the pass and the finish. Oh no! Ooh. Once and twice. Oh, that's very nice. Mbrat
comes in. A huge goal for Merci. Now we'll see if Blaze can get something going or if we'll head to overtime. Poe has that ball. He's working it into the mound area. Pops up, goes over to Colin. He just takes it. He's looking to end this here. Colin gets away. He goes up top, hits a nice ceiling carve. Curves toward, throws it back. There's sprint coming in. And Benji's going to swap that to the side. Merci still has possession. We are officially in overtime. Bluesy putting on the moves, goes up top, and it's going to go to Benji, who fires it down. That ball's coming in, but it's going to be picked off by Colin.
Well, once again, impressed by Crimson's defense, but can they do it again? That passing play underway, but nice defense from Spyro as well, meeting them with a tackle. Now, dangerous situation. That goal is open, and the deal is closed. Big hit by Poe, and they'll take the third round for Blaze.
Let's get that score on there. There we go. All right. Congratulations goes to Blaze on that round. So now we're headed to round number 4. How come the rounds on that?
Beautiful job there from Blaze. Again, going into that overtime there for a number of seconds. Some incredible defense from Crimson, from Spyro, causing those turnovers. And you love to see when great defense gets rewarded with offense on the other end, as often is the case, right? That goal was exposed after the turnover, and they were just at the mercy, coincidentally, of Blaze in that case on that shot. What a beautiful round that was. Super competitive. We didn't even get our first score until, again, the 4-minute and something mark. Just deadlocked for so long, Jucifer. But wow, what a turnout that was. And we still have more to go.
Yes, sir. Now, because we are in a scrim server, not the regular one, the arena wasn't set. So we're going to head back to the arena here. And hopefully they know to put the ball back in.
That is a hope.
They're getting warm. They're taking their allotment at a time. It's fair.
Sure.
That round, I really noticed that Blaze, they did a good job of shutting down Colin, not letting him get, those hands moving, those speed meter per seconds happening. And I think that was their key to taking that round. So we can see if they keep it up, or if Colin will get unleashed and come out here in round 4. And because I'm hoping for 5 rounds. I don't know about you guys in the chat.
I'm just hoping to see the ball get in the middle of the arena. Hopefully they are aware of that. but yeah, speaking of the chat, Jucifer, indeed we see Euphoria in there, Goofwack, Orange Wolf Gamer. Appreciate you guys for stopping by, for being engaged in there. Awesome Sauce earlier on saying hi to Juice. And yes, correct. This is in fact EU Goof. I'm not calling him a goof, by the way. That's his name. This is a EU indeed. These two teams in gold division, I do believe. Again, Blaze coming in 7-4. Merci at 4-3 in the wins and losses. So both these teams more wins than they have losses. Blaze a little bit ahead in that regard. They've won 2 of their last 3, and well, I guess we're going into round 4 now. It looks like. So here we go, Jucifer. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Finna has it. He passes it over to Crimson. Crimson has some height. Throws it down to Benji. Benji swats it back up to the nest of Poe. Poe down low. Over to Benji. Benji throws it at the goal, and Bruh is there with the huge stop, but it goes back to Poe. Poe coming in hot. He shoots. He scores. Poe puts Blazed up 1-0.
Oh, no. That's not what you want to see if you're Merci. Blaze starting where they have left off. They had a heck of a win there at the end of the 3rd, and now starting off with the first score. So Merci on the offense, an important offensive possession, but looking like it's momentarily lost. Bluesy with a nice steal back, however, just needs to maintain control, trying to look for, again, the spacing, the communication here, not being too rushed with it. Just get a nice fundamental play set up. At the moment, though, that's a 1-on-3, a tough defense to crack there. That kind of numbers disadvantage.
And that ball is going to be swatted into the corner. It's going to come around. And Finna has it. He's bringing that ball down. Now he flips it up. It's going to go up top. And Bluesy maybe picks it up. Oh, no, there we go. And Embrat picks it up. He's working it at sky high. He has Colin in front of him. He holds it now. He's waiting, and he flips it towards the goal. Misses it, but there's Bluesy putting that awesome sauce goal in. 1-1. Merci and Blaze tied.
Not giving up on the play, that's the important thing to see there. It was a really good attempt, almost winning on that first shot, but the important thing, that rebounder just reading the speed of the player, the speed of the shot, putting themselves in the right position to where if the shot does miss, you can at least get that rebound right after. That's exactly what happened there. Great job for Merci to tie it up. Blaze now trying to contend on defense again, however.
Colin now trying to work that deep into the zone, but that smothering defense, Benji now, he comes away with it. He goes over to the hoop-de-hoop. Bounces up to the corner of the halo, now coming in. He's going to swat that across, looking for Crimson. But Colin gets a swat on it. Now Mbrat's just going to swap that back, and Poe, good rotation back, gets back on defense, picks up that ball out of the air. He's going to be challenged here by Mbrat. Mbrat just swats that pass up, and no one's going to be home in the area. It's going to go wide over to Bluesy. Bluesy now bringing that back into the middle. He comes in off the top, he shoots, he puts it in, top shelf, where Mama keeps that peanut butter. 2-1, Merci leads.
Oh, I'm allergic. Just kidding. But nicely done there on the play. Even had some passing options, held in midair for just that extra second to make a decision, and made the best one possible because it did result in the score. So with that, Merci now back at an advantage. It's the first time they've been able to say that in a little bit. Benji back at it for Blaze on offense. Benji with a notion, could not cause the commotion, and nice defense for at least a moment as now the handles from Colin. All right, so turnover indeed from Merci. Blaze rushing back on the D.
Colin now working that into Blaze zone. He fires that pass up to Bluesy. Bluesy holds it. Oh, and it goes just high. Colin comes in and snipes that corner. 3-1. Merci really looking to push that 5th round.
Looks like it, Jucifer. You might get your wish, indeed, and my wish too, for that matter. And we saw there, in that case, from was it Colin who shot that? With just the great look, not only on the rebound, but again the positioning. You know, putting that ball in the pocket, so putting themselves in the right place to rebound, but also making sure the ball goes in a hard to save place. Kind of a 2-step process, all calculated within just fractions of a second there by offensive players. Shows the talent level of these guys.
Colin now going sky high, coming in on that goal, and he gets that bounce shot to go. 4-1 now. We got a minute to go. Wee.
Yeah, that first, what was it? The second round, I believe it was. We were looking at a similar scoreline, right? It was like 5-2, I think it ended. Now we're seeing 4-1. So we're getting a little bit of deja vu here in this 4th round. An impressive scoring output from Merci for sure.
It's gonna bounce down into the sewers, and picking it up is Colin. Colin goes sky high. Colin comes in, and Colin gets another one. 5-1. That one only took about 30 seconds to get.
Yeah, this is really a game of runs. We've seen these high-scoring runs. We've seen some of these stalemate runs. But nonetheless, both these teams really playing their hardest, playing their darndest, and that shot not quite falling. Through a lot of defenders, but couldn't aim at that last second for that right place. It was a kind of a tight angle. But nonetheless, that clock winding down, and it's just a matter of time now until we do see that coveted, at least from a spectator's perspective, 5th round, in fact. My oh my, what a game this has been.
And that's going to do it for that round. That round goes to Merci by a score of 5-1. We're headed to a round 5, baby.
Yeah, an awesome sauce in the chat. Loving that, it seems. Cheering on Merci and once again saying hi to Juice. Juice, say hi to the man. He's begging for the hi.
I did a little shout out on that one goal. I used awesome sauce. I'll try to get...
Oh, I didn't catch it. You did a word sneak on me. I didn't even catch it.
I'll try to get some euphoria in this next round. We'll see what's up. Appreciate all you guys tuning in, but they're already back. Okay, sorry about that. Let's go, round 5. We're getting caught up in the chat when we got round 5 action. Here we go. Bluesy has it. Working that up the sidewalk. Working that down low. Gonna flip that up. Hits it over to Mbrat. Mbrat now slowing it down up on that Orion onion ring. Loses that ball to Benji. Benji now. Woo! Narrowly misses one. I ducked to IRL. He fires that up over to Spyro. He can't quite come down with it. It's going to be a little bit out of his reach. And Mbrat is trying to clear that out. Gets a good swat. That ball is going to bounce up. It's loose in the middle area. They're going to have a fight for it. And it looks like that's going to be Colin, the wizard Colin, picking that up. Now hitting a little lap around that halo. Coming in off that corner. He holds it. He holds it. He shoots and he scores. Colin. 1-0. Merci leads in this 5th round.
Yeah, that is a tough one right in the chest, basically. Barreling in was that ball, but still going the other way, counting towards that score. And that is a tough one to swallow there for Blaze. But for Merci, just, again, continuing their streaks, picking up the ball now and streaking down midfield. There's Colin, been an offensive powerhouse at times, but maybe looking for a dime, whether to the team or just to the goal. Oh, no, it's Crimson. There's a stoppage we were used to seeing from the previous rounds. Beautiful defense. Unfortunately, does stay on this side of the floor. Blaze are really trying to get it out of here, but cannot get a handle on that ball for the moment.
And we got Spyro. He's going to get that slapped up. Here comes Bluesy. Bluesy coming in from the wing. Shoots. And will Hippopotamus miss. It's going to be swatted up too. And Brad. And it's going to be swatted across. No one's in the area. Now French is there. But here we go. Benji off and running. He brings that ball down. He scampers into the sewer. He's coming out, and he's working that in, trying to get that centered. Maybe going to pick up some boost juice. No, doesn't need it. Sends that pass across. Oh, it's a little bit high, but Poe's there to pick it up. Poe trying to get away. He's going to get mean mugged from behind. Colin, he's coming away with it. Dangerous in front of his own goal, but he gets it. Now he's off to the races. He's running. He's coming in fast. We've seen some smooth moves coming in from Colin. Colin now working it into the middle, hits a juke, goes back and forth, and the ball pops up. And Bluesy's going to come away with it, and just going to flip that back over to Nest. There's Embrat. Embrat's a little bit high, and now Bluesy's going to take a big check from Poe, but that doesn't stop him. Bluesy has it. Bluesy fires it down to Colin. Oh, it bounces just wide, but Embrat's there. No! And it's going back and forth. French has it. French been challenged by Benji, and now Spyro, he has it. He's working that sideways, looking for a pass. He looks to feed Poe. Poe runs into some geometry, comes down, and he's going to hit some jukes here. Now decides to go through sewer. Oh, and he gets stopped there by Bluesy.
Yeah, tough place to be with that many defenders, and that's a tough shot to make from so deep. Oh, they missed that grab, though, and it will in. No, it's Benji swooping in the last second there. 1:48 remaining on this clock, a 1 point advantage towards Merci. This is the 5th decisive round, so whoever takes this takes the game, takes the series. Bluesy now taking the ball, taking a defender once, maybe twice. The handles, though, being briefly lost, and Benji will rise above the rest and send that deep down. Could it be? Oh, a tough bounce going high. Was otherwise right down the middle, taken there by Spyro, slapping it right back towards that backboard. Bluesy likewise trying to reset. Dangerous area though, and no one able to corral it for a second.
Embrat's putting in some work in that corner trying to get it out, but Poe comes away with it. Poe now, he flips that to the middle. Here comes Benji, but he gets swatted out. Embrat, he's going to look to swap that deep into Blaze zone. Here comes Colin trying to stop it, but there's Crimson. Crimson gets it over to Benji. Benji's going to hit that pass across. He finds Poe, but Poe gets stripped. It goes right to Crimson. Crimson trying to get away, but Bluesy now keeping that forecheck alive, bringing that ball down, trying to turn that corner. And going wide, out through the trench, gets by one, gets by two. Bluesy coming in from the corner, shoots it high. And now Colin's going to pick it up. And they have the pressure of a polar bear coming around that corner, coming up top. He flips it over to the nest. Embrat's there. It's going to bounce. Couldn't get the pass off, couldn't maintain. And Bench is going to look to bring that out.
And precious seconds ticking away on this attempt to come back for Blaze, tying up the score, but no big, crucial turnover potentially as a deep volleyball heave into the midline. Left of the goal, Spyro swoops in. Only 7 seconds to work with. They need to keep that ball alive. If there's any hopes for an overtime, this might be the breakaway play they need. There's one defender in goal, but no offender there to take that pass. And now with OT, no siree. That ball bounces, and just like that, Merci bounces over Blaze.
Well, congratulations goes to Merci. They're going to take it in 5 rounds.
Yeah, what a great... Anytime you can get a 5-round series, even with 1 or 2 overtimes mixed in, which we did in that case, you know you had yourself a great game. That was great, and again, at times high scoring, at times low scoring and stalematy, but all the same, just punch for punch, both these teams, either one could have taken it. For Merci, they'll be happy just to get that win, because I mentioned, coming into this match, they've won only 1 of their last 3, so this will make the win effort, the win rate, much more palatable now going here into week 8 and beyond. They will be 5-3 on the record sheets. Blaze now will fall to 7-5, which is still plenty respectable. But yeah, great job by Merci there to lock in there in those final rounds and when it mattered most.
Both teams, epic play, man. Like even though Blaze lost, man, you guys took him to the max. You took him to the max. So that's what VRML is all about. You know, you win some, you lose some, but you get back in there, you get to practicing, and you come back better next week, ready to rock and roll. So, well, Palador, I think that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for joining me in the cast.
Yeah, well, that was a great one to join for my, I guess, first official match of the cast of the season. Of course, did some of those preseason games and VRML, but this is my first look of many more to come now here for VRML in the regular season. And for that matter, Jucifer, first of many more, at the very least for you, on the day, right? We have, in a little bit, but maybe half an hour or so, we have Hexen and Laglords will be casting there. Vantage and Nova EU, while 45 minutes after that, and you also have Inter Volant, I hope I'm saying that right, and Vertec Wave. So Valente, there you go. So yeah, a lot of EU casts here. We're putting the EU in euphoria. There's my shout out to you there in chat again. But yeah, lots more to come as well for the prolific Jucifer here on the cast.
Absolutely, and we have some more NA action coming up later tonight too. Big Ignite's going to be finally coming back to the arena and getting in, so we'll see what their new lineup has to do. But thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate you all. If you guys can, hit that little thumbs up button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You guys can if you can. They got that VIP club, $4.99. You get all kinds of special like perks and chats and emotes and stuff like that. But until next time, keep grinding. 6-7.
Orion Drift VRML is brought to you by Another Axiom, Helga, the esports manager. Thanks for watching VRML.